So JJ McCarthy announced that he's going to be leaving Michigan. He's foregoing his senior season to enter the draft. So, Reed, did JJ McCarthy make the right decision here?
Yeah, I said last week. I think that his draft stock probably wouldn't be any higher. I don't because I don't know if you guys seen the news. I've seen the news that Harbaugh's already interviewed for Falcons. He's already interviewed for the Chargers. I think there was two other teams that wanted him to interview. So, I ultimately, depending on the contract and the situation, I think Jim might go to the NFL. I know we hear that every year after, the season ends. But I do think to come to a championship where, obviously he didn't look great. But the 15-0 season makes him look good. He had Heisman talks earlier in the season. I definitely think this is the right time for him to leave because a lot of guys, like we've talked about before, in Michigan are leaving. If Jim Harbaugh does leave, you don't know who's going to replace him. Maybe even more. I've heard Brian Kelly's name thrown around. I heard a few guys thrown around if they do, have to replace him. But yeah, I think this is the best spot he'll be. Will he get drafted in the first round? I don't think so. I've said it before. I think he's going to get a Will Levis treatment, and he's going to fall to the third round. I just think that at the end of the day, college scouts are going to look at, or NFL scouts are going to have to look at him and be like, this guy can be a quarterback. Maybe not in our system, but he can be solid. I think he'll end up falling out of the first one where we're projected to go.
But this decision didn't surprise me. I think it was the right move for him. Will he go first round? Possibly. We'll see what he does at the combine. I know he can be a fringe back half of the first round type of guy if he shows the skills and the talents that I know he has. But it was the best move for him. You already won a national championship. You did what you said to do at Michigan that nobody has done in a long time, since '97. You don't have anything else to prove. It was 26-1 as a starter. What else do you have to prove? Three Big Ten titles, having 3-0 against Ohio State. You win a national championship. You be who's supposed to be. Nothing more I can really say, but good move by JJ. Somebody will draft him. He'll get paid, and will he have a good college career? We can tap. An NFL career. We can tap on that later. If he gets to the right fit, I think it's
James for college record with that national championship win. They both had the same record in college, 26-1.
Yeah,
James got drafted first round, but James won Heisman.
Yeah, I think it was the right move. His NFL success will depend on who drafts him and what system he's put in. But he ultimately made the right move.
Yeah, coming off that national championship, undefeated season. Stock's not really gonna get any higher than right now because they're not going undefeated next year with that schedule. I'm not gonna because I don't know exactly with the roster or who the coach is. I get why he left. Your stock's not getting any higher than what it is now. But if he has a good pro day, good combine, good 40 time, I think best case scenario is second round. If he doesn't perform well, I think worst case scenario is third round. So hopefully he goes to a good situation where he doesn't have to start right away. And hats off to him. I'm not mad at him.
I think what can help and hurt JJ, one, his mobility. He is a mobile guy, so I think that'll help him. I think another thing that'll be on his side, depending on what team's looking at him, it could be a bad thing against him and it could be a good thing for him, is his age. Like we talked about last time, he's only, 20 years old, I think, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, he's turned 21 sometime this week.
Yeah, so, okay, he's 21. So, he's he's probably the youngest quarterback in this draft, I had to guess. So, yeah, I think that can help him and hurt him. Like you said, we'll see what happens with pro days. But, yeah, I honestly think worst case is going to be 4th round. But I also think that, that's worst case. I think he should go in the 3rd because I've watched too much of JJ McCarthy play football, and I don't think he's ultimately that great of a quarterback. But he can maybe sit behind someone and learn. We've seen bad or guys who aren't really, the greatest kind of live past the potential. So, yeah, I would say probably, like you said, high end. Maybe he goes to 2nd, but I think low end is 4th for him.